Right, so in Leo of Brew Time, I'm actually doing a Let's Play, and we're going to Let's Play Euro Truck Simulator because I've been playing this to shit. I've been playing this loads over a couple of days. I've also got a brew, 500 mils of tea, so we can do some trucking. We've got some mods installed. Actually, this is going to be like a mods kind of one. Now mods basically, mods are really easy with the Euro Truck Simulator. All you need to do is basically put the SCS file, find your favourite mod, put the SCS files into the mods folder within your documents folder under the Euro Truck Simulator 2 folder, and then what you need to do is go into your profile. So when you have the load screen, go into profile, click edit, and then you've got the mods there. On the mods I've currently got, it's an Iveco Highway 8x4, which I'll show you, which I'm actually driving. It's fucking ridiculous. I'll put the link in the description below where you can get that. And then a Man Euro 6 is quite a good mod as well. And then also the XP and Economy mod. It's probably the best mod ever. It's a little bit cheaty, I guess, but it's pretty damn good. So that's that. So all we need to do is go into the game, look at the truck I'm currently driving, and then we'll just go and pick a random job, I guess, and see what's on. So we've currently got this bad boy. It's absolutely huge. Let's go and drive this this puppy. I've also got a few. Oops, putting it into drive is always a good idea. We've got a bit of. Yeah, I'll be right. We've got. It's kind of quite. It's got also four-wheel turning, or four wheels, yeah, two-axle turning, which is quite good. What's the speed limit here? The speed limit is 30 miles an hour. That'll be right. I did actually balls this up. I kind of crashed a little bit because this thing goes 101 miles an hour, and I kind of was going 101 miles an hour, and I anchored up, and it didn't, kind of bounced off the centre divide there a little bit, but steering wheel I'm using, by the way, is a Logitech GT, I think it's called. It cost me next to nothing. I bought it in game 2 years ago, maybe, and it was damn cheap. Fuck 30 mile an hour speed limits, average speed cameras, fuck this shit. But you can get it for like 120 quid now. So it used to be the basic of the basic wheels, and it still kind of is, but it's still engine malfunction because I've got too much fucking damage. Yeah, it's going nuts. So it's not the cheapest. There's a Thrustmaster Ferrari one which is actually pretty cheap, and which is definitely something I'd recommend. I've never actually used it, but from what I gather, the reviews are quite good for it. Also, with the since last time I played this, well, last time I did a Let's Play of this, in 95 miles an hour, there's a patch that come out, and you should definitely update and install the patch. It's 1.4.1, which basically allows you to. It takes off the speed. It takes off the speed limiter. There's an option in the menu. Option menu to take off the speed limiter. There's loads and loads of others really cool additions. Fuck, my engine keeps pulling out. Like when you go over the rumble strips, it makes that noise. That's what the noise you can hear. That funny rumbling noise is the rumble strips. And also it improves the force feedback in steering wheels, which is really quite cool. Because we never really used to have that before, like the engine noise and stuff, which is probably where you can hear my steering wheel going nuts and it's vibrating through the table where my mic's resting on. But yeah, like, this is probably my most favourite, the lorry that I drive around most in. And a lot of people are going to be saying, well, this is a really geeky nerdy game, Aaron, why the fuck are you playing it? Well, two reasons. One, I am a geek and a nerd, I don't give a shit what other people think or say. And two, it's a pretty good game, and it's a lot of fun. I accidentally retweeted via Raptor because I forgot that sharing was on, that was playing this game, and I got a lot of hate from some IRL friends who, what the fuck is this shit? I don't care what you think of it, it's a pretty good game, IMO. It's really nice and chill. You just have kickbacks, have a beer, drink and drive, text while driving, all that sort of tweet while driving, and not worry about it too much. It's quite nice, it's kind of quite chill. And you don't really have to say there's not really much cognitive stuff to worry about. Now, what I was going to go and try and do was go up to Grimsby, and so I'll have to turn off the next junction and go up there and have a look what's on, and we'll go from there. I'm actually quite impressed that Fraps is actually going. I'm running this through Fraps at 30 frames a second, and it runs everything maxed out now at 60 frames, which isn't bad considering I haven't got the greatest rig. It's like a 70. I've got an ATI 7750, I think, or 7770, 7780, I don't know. 70, it might be 7850. I'll put it on the screen when I figure out what the hell it is. And then some old school AMD. It was an AMD. It was a quad core. I'm just trying what it is now. 3.2 GHz Black Edition, I think. It's like a 955. It's quite old, but it's bloody solid as hell. You can. Oops, I'm on the wrong side of the road. Apparently, it's solid as hell. You can like overclock shit and stuff. So which is quite cool. But I'm sort of rambling here really because I'm not really too sure what to talk about. But no, one of the good things I love about Euro Truck Simulator 2 is the fact you can mod it to shit. Like that's one of the great things. Like I've got this thing, which is really really good, and I've got that MAN Euro 6, which I've actually now got all my drivers. I've got about 6 or 7 drivers working for me, and they're now driving that lorry now and picking up loads for me and earning me bare dollar and ting. What else was I going to mention? There wasn't actually anything in the news, which is why I'm doing this, because I looked at Engadget this morning and there was just nothing on the news. There's a few shits and bits, but I was like, nobody's really interested in that. So I tweeted a few links out and that was about it, and there was nothing really worth mentioning. So I thought, well, I'll do a Let's Play instead, because I've not done a Let's Play for ages. I know people were saying, oh, we want, server stuff. Oh, fuck you. I will do server stuff when I got 5 seconds, but you have no idea how much time it takes, because you've got to get your thoughts together in your head, and then you've got to actually film it and put it out there as well, which is always difficult. Right, I kind of want to overtake this cunt because he's going far too slowly. I'm pretty sure this is national speed limit, so we should be going. It should be at least going 60 miles an hour, if not more. I know it's only a single carriage lane, but even so. It's not that windy. Oh, fuck you. I lost power steering though as well. I suppose that's quite good. Like, the force feedback in my wheel is not that strong. You can still kind of drive with, like, force feedback fully on. I've turned it down slightly so I can drive it a little bit better and easier, because driving it with force feedback fully on is just quite impossible. It's like driving a car without power steering, which is actually not too bad. If you drive a car and it's moving without power steering, it's okay, but fuck you. Oh come on, this is just doing my bloody nutting now. I'm going to take you and you. The only thing that I have to moan about Euro Truck Simulator is the AI is a little bit shit. It's one thing a lot of people say. Like, a lot of people have been getting into it now, and the one thing that they always say is the AI in it is crap. The AI in it is shockingly bad. It's like stupid things like the traffic just doesn't. Traffic is poor at driving. Like, they just pull out in front of you for no reason, and they just stop, and they don't go fast enough, and everything else. So that's kind of one thing that annoys me. The other thing that a lot of people say is that they should include multiplayer. Now there is a multiplayer mod, and I'm not too sure what it does, because I've not tried it out. But there is a multiplayer mod. Now I might try that out in a couple of days' time and see what it actually does. I'm going to overtake you illegally here, sorry, because you're doing my head in. Oh fucking yeah! Just pull out, you twat. Whoa, fuck. I might have completely wrecked my truck now. That's one thing a lot of people say. There's no. Oh dear. I might be completely utterly fucked now. Whoops. Well, I might have to call recovery for this bitch, because annoyingly I'm now stuck. But yeah, a lot of people are saying that multiplayer is service station mini. I'm gonna have to now, aren't I? 284 quid. That isn't too bad. The multiplayer. A lot of people are saying the multiplayer needs to be in there, which is true. It does need to be in there, but I don't know how they would do it and how well it would work out either. Fucking hell, it cost me a fucking ton. I'll tell you what we will do while we're here. We'll change lorries to something else, because the other thing they've added as well in the 1.4.1, I think was when it was released, is low air pressure. They've got this thing now. We've got realistic air brakes. So if you've not got enough pressure, you can't actually release the air brakes. And if you've ever know anything about proper lorries, when you start up a lorry, like especially if it's been sitting overnight, the air pressure leaks from the air tanks, and so you lose all your air pressure. And when you start the engine, you've obviously then got to build up the compressor to build up enough air brakes to get you moving again, and that's kind of what's happened here. So hopefully allow us to move. There we go. So that's but anyway, we're not going to worry about that too much, because what I want to do is change lorries to this MEN Euro 6. Is it? I don't even know if I've actually got that kicking around anymore. No, that isn't what I wanted. What I want to do is go to Company Manager, and we'll have a look at Truck Manager and see what we've got. As you can see, I've got quite a few lorries to my name. That used to be my old lorry I used to drive all the time. Now I've not actually got one kicking around. I think what I might have to do then is go to truck dealers and buy a new truck if I've got enough dollar bills. Let's have a look. Yes, we do want to go to Munich. Why not? So as you can see, this is one of the modded trucks I've actually got in my in the garage itself, and literally all this was a case of just literally dragging and dropping files and just enabling it. And so now I've got a modded truck that I can do pretty much, well, whatever the mod allows me to do, which is quite cool. So I can have, I mean, this mod only gives you limited amounts because it's the MEN, this new Euro 6, which has got the new Euro 6 engine in it. If you know anything about this stupid bullshit Euro 6 engine stuff, it's all to do with emissions and everything like that. But and so then we can just go customize this bitch up, see how much it's actually going to cost us. I don't know whether or not I've got enough money to go nuts with it, but hey, we'll have a look. We'll get an exclusive UK, and we'll paint it blue, not that blue. We'll just leave it white for a minute, and we'll grab some of that maybe, put some of them on there. We can't afford that. Let's just buy it as it is. Buy it as is. We'll test drive it. Let's and do we want to drive it? Let's just purchase. No, we don't want to drive a new truck because it'll deliver it to there. So we'll deliver it there, and we'll just dump it there, and that's fine. So this is the truck I just bought, and it's actually a pretty good mod. Actually, I'll put a link in the description below where you can get it. But one of the good things with oh bollocks. So I think the best thing to do with Euro Truck Simulator is the fact you can mod it to shit. That's one of the best things about, because it's annoying when games don't allow you to mod it, or you can mod it, but it's just a pain in the ass to mod. And it's just, you know, with Euro Truck Simulator, the developers have done a really good job in allowing you to just do modding easy, to literally just drag and drop, which is fantastic. As opposed to this bullshit, oh, you've got to, you know, try and hack the game around a little bit, install some DLLs and stuff like you have to with GTA 4 even, and things like that. Don't you pull out, priority to the right, you wazzock. Yeah, just pull out, don't worry about it. Stupid Jag driver. Yes, that's one of the good things I do like about the game, is that it does allow you to mod it to shit. And I don't know whether they're gonna work on the multiplayer. I have a sneaky suspicion they probably will do. They've got a lot of really exciting things coming up with the releases that I mean, with every new update, there's some really, really funky release. Like with every major one, like 1.3, 1.4. They've been doing a lot of really, really funky stuff with the game thus far in terms of beautification with maps, and getting licensed lorries is another thing, because they never used to have Iveco. No, they used to have Iveco. They never used to have DAF. They still haven't got Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz is still Majestic. They managed to get Volvo on board, which is really great. I think manufacturers will get on board. I think Majestic will get up. Majestic. I think Mercedes-Benz will get on board when they realise actually how much money can be earned from it, because that actually is quite a good money earner for them. Because, say, I mean, if it's licensed, then they pay them those money. It also gets their lorries well recognised as well within the game from people that are both lorry fanatics and, you know, just general members of the public that don't really give a shit about lorries and just doing it for the fun, like I'm doing now. Right, let's actually pick up a trailer, because this is just boring as book. Let's have a freight market and have a look, and we'll actually drive something somewhere, probably something just down the road. Let's have a look. Where can we go to? Hamburg. I don't really want to go anywhere over there at all. Well, this is disappointing. Perhaps I can't do any of that. Let's just pick something up. Can we just pick something up? Well, we could. I suppose we could switch back to our other lorry and then. Right, I'm going to go and take this lorry up, this load up, and then we'll just go part the way there. I'm not actually going to drive all the way there with you following me, because it's just kind of pointless. Yeah, so in terms of mods, I think I'm potentially thinking about doing a like how-to mod, put mods in. I suppose it would take me 10 seconds to do, but it depends on whether you really want it. I've seen a few videos on YouTube with it do not pull out, but I don't know. Like, most of those are pretty shit, as with most things on YouTube, pretty damn shit. Oh, this is gonna be a bastard. This is like the worst bloody yard to pull into, because it's got a tiny little gateway for you to get in, and if you've got a trailer on the back, especially if you're coming into this place, it's a right pain in the arse. Right, so then we'll go and grab that, pull it forwards, and see where the actual bit of kit we've got to pick up. Oh, that's right, it's not too bad. So then we'll just hook it up. It's actually quite easy to reverse. A lot of people seem to find it bloody difficult to reverse a trailer. I suppose it's kind of like, it's quite a new thing, especially if you drive a car, you don't actually ever do it. Now, I don't drive. I don't drive a car, I don't drive anything really, but I have driven vehicles. On private land, of course. Actually, no, on public roads as well, but I've got a provisional license, it's all good. Go on, drive out the way. It's all good. But yeah, it's basically a... I don't really know what advice to, you just kind of got to practice it really. There's no real I guess there's kind of is an actor. You've got to think in the opposite way. You can't just go and just sort of reverse like you would normally reverse anything that doesn't have a trailer on the back. And what I'll do, just to prove a point, is I'll go up to the next junction, and what we'll do is we'll reverse it in something, and then we'll show you what I mean, because then I can show off my silks as a professional lorry driver and everything else. I say I'm not really too sure what to really say in this, and it's generally been pretty shit. But I'm not going to refilm it because A, I can't be bothered, and B, well, yeah, I don't really know what else to do. It's going to take me ages to edit this together anyway. Is it worth getting? Yes, it bloody well is. If people are still thinking about whether or not they should get it, it was in the Steam sale not long ago, but you can pick it up, still pick it up for reasonably cheap. Just trying to think what you can pick it up for now. 15 quid, I think, something like that. It's still worth. It's worth paying full game price for IMO. What we'll do is we'll just we'll reverse it next to that Thingy What's It trailer, and then we'll go from there, because that's probably going to be the best option. So this isn't actually parking the trailer, probably because obviously we don't actually want to go anywhere with this thing. Now, the plan is basically just straighten it up as much as possible and then reverse it. It's literally it. And then because obviously if you do too much for this, is where having a steering wheel helps a lot. Most people play it with the keyboard, which is alright, but you can't have the control over the accelerator, you don't have control over the wheel, and as you can see, I'm doing the typical lorry driver thing of just using one hand to turn the wheel. I don't know actually where I'm going because I can barely see the loading bay, but I'll know when I hit it, I guess. I'll hit it in a minute. Go on. Go on. Bang, there we go. I don't know how close I was to the actual loading bay, not very at all, but I wasn't too sure where I was going. Usually say you have obviously the... shut up, dogs and cats. Usually you have the actual reversing bay to go into, but because I can't be bothered to drive all the way to Linz to actually show you my stilts as a professional lorry driver, I shan't bother. I think one of the good things as well, they've actually improved its physics. Physics is quite good in this. They've improved the physics on it, which is really... I mean, the physics is pretty good anyway. There's a realistic physics mod, which is damn good, which does some really funky things with the suspension and everything else in the cab and stuff like that, which is really quite good. And there's tons of mods. I'll put a link in the description below where you can get probably the best mods. ets2-mods.com is actually probably the best, although it is inundated with adverts, which is annoying. So every time you do anything, it pops up a million adverts for you, so you pretty much have to use ad blocker, which is annoying because you know, I want to support the site. I know why they're doing it, but it's just annoying when it has to, you know, pop-up ads are never good, and Google Chrome doesn't do a very good job of blocking them anymore. So that's that. I've also just realised it's 30 degrees in this room. No wonder I'm sweating like a I'm just trying to think. A pregnant nun in church. We'll go with that. We'll go with that one. The only thing I need to add, obviously, is the competition. If you haven't entered it, do so. All you need to do is send an email to asychill@gmail.com with the subject line competition. Include your name and where you live, not your proper address. I don't want your proper address just yet, but just where roughly where your location is and stuff like that within the world. It's only open to people in the North America, European Union, including Russia. Unfortunately, not to the Middle East or Africa or anywhere like that because of the reasons I've stated previously. I'm just trying. Oh, you've got until 1900 British summertime on the 1st, which is the Thursday. So you've got until then to submit your shit to me, and then what I'll do is I'll pick a main prize winner and a runner-up, and I shall send you both emails, and then I'll shout you out in the video. So if you can include your either Twitter name or your YouTube handle, if you've got some YouTube vids or something you want me to plug, I'll quite happily do that. And apart from that, I shall catch you in a later video.